Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your February 2021 reading. We're getting started a little late, but we all know that the messages come when they're supposed to, so here we are. Right in the middle of Mercury retrograde, might be one of the reasons why it's a little bit late. The energy is funky. It's really weird, and so we're going to do things really intuitively this month because literally that's what the energy wants of us, is to do things really intuitively. So remembering every time you're trying to do something and it's not working and it's not working and it's not working, and you keep trying to force that moment to work, it's going to backfire on you in ways that you can't even imagine, because you'll spiral, and right now it's very, very hard to control emotions with all of this air energy. So we're going to do things super intuitively. There's some new merchandise on the Fearless Intuition website, fearlessintuition.net, Love Soul Gear. You can get sweatshirts. These are champion sweatshirts too, so they're really good quality. They're so comfortable. I literally have this thing on me every single day, and I just ordered another one to have on me every single day. There are baseball tees. We also have things, the phone cases and stickers too. There's also the goddess mug, which you can't, like the colors, this camera doesn't do the colors justice. It's beautiful. So anyways, just real quick, wanted to show you all of that. The Love Soul Gear also goes along with the Love Soul Astrology reading that I'm offering. So it's not a synastry or composite reading. It's about where and how you might meet your divine partner and what you need to do for yourself to get to that vibration to attract that person. You can see all of that in your birth chart, the things that you need to heal and kind of the direction that you should be going in to attract your divine partner. So if you would like to know how to do that, you can get, it's a very limited reading. I'm only offering it right now. So get your spot in. You guys and the cards. Okay. Here we go. You're like, we're going to be ready when we're ready, Betsy. Stop forcing it. I hear you. Good. So your energy was the first card that popped out though. So the Knight of Wands. And most people say that this is wishy-washy energy, and it can be sometimes. Sagittarius energy can be very wishy-washy, and it's like right up there sometimes with Libra energy when you're trying to figure something out. But usually that just means that you're ungrounded and you're not, because you're the archer, right? So when you're ready to make a decision, your feet are grounded, your arrow's pointed, and you're ready to go. But if you're in this position, he's not stationed. He's not stationary, right? Because mutable fire is going to be everywhere. But the second that you're ready to let it go, you're going to let it go. So you came out first. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Six of Pentacles. And then the Judgment card. So you're ready to do something. The universe is kind of giving you that nudge where it's like you've been putting all of your time and energy into a particular area of your life, and things are starting to shift and things are starting to change in that direction, and the universe is kind of giving you this nudge where it's like, dude, it's time. That's what that Judgment card is doing. It's time. This may even be focusing more on yourself. This could be focusing more on the things that you need to do when it comes to your journey and the path that you're doing. If you're finding yourself focusing too much in one area of your life and it's not an area that is helping you to evolve, but maybe helping other people to evolve, and you're not filling up your own cup, you're going to absolutely feel that pressure. Absolutely, you'll feel that pressure. And you'll be like, wait a second, and shift. You'll have to reset and shift and start over again. And it's funny because when people are like, well, I don't want to start from square one. And I'm like, but in every single moment, we're starting over again. Like every single moment of every single day, of every single second of your life is a new opportunity for you to do something new, do something different, start over, start fresh. You see what I'm saying? And so you can shift your perspective and shift your energy within a hot second, and the universe is like kind of giving you that really, really loud megaphone, this is what you need to be focusing on thing. You see? And then you get the Six of Cups, and then you get the Ace of Cups. The Six of Cups might be that nostalgia. This is a very balanced reading, which is so funny because most of the readings that I've done, there's a lot of turmoil that's happening and a lot of not feeling really good about what's coming up or the energy or anything like that. But having these two sixes, having the 20, having the 10, and then having the 1, like there's nothing out of balance except you're starting off energy. Do you see that? Isn't that interesting to you guys? So every single time you recognize that you're straying, whether you're maybe reminiscing about the past, maybe your focus is too much on somebody else that you have a really close connection with, and you recognize that you need to reset and come back to what's real, which is you, because it doesn't necessarily matter what's happening externally, because if what's happening internally isn't good enough, the external is never going to be good enough. Do you see what I'm saying? So for me, the Ace of Cups, I know a lot of readers read it like it's a new relationship. Very well could be. Absolutely. You could be getting into a new relationship. Things could be shifting in that direction. But for me, you can't necessarily, like, you can get into a relationship, but is it really a good relationship if your cup isn't completely full first? So that self-care is where the Ace of Cups come from, where it's like your cup should be overflowing with love before you even decide to present that to anybody else. So always, always resetting your energy to that moment for sure. Let's see. Oh, there's more Sagittarius energy. Easily. Things are going to start really picking up pace quite a bit for you guys. And a lot of communication is happening. And if the communication is confusing right now, right? Because it's coming out on that Knight of Wands where maybe all of the information, all of the energy, everything that's coming at you is creating questions for you. That's when you need to pull back, whatever, and then reset yourself, right? So we have the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Wands, and that's really, and that's what it feels, this air energy that's going on right now. It's like everything is happening so quickly that it can flip your mind upside down so fast. And you're just like, what the fuck just happened to me? Like, I don't even know what this week was. How weird. Like, it's just so weird, right? So that's how quickly things can change for you right now in just 2 seconds flat. So you want to make sure that all of the thoughts that you're having right now are positive. And you guys are like super optimistic anyways. I'm not really worried about that. Even when you're going through difficult times, most of you find a way to be optimistic about it and to have a good outlook about it. So, but you can find yourself second guessing yourself, questioning yourself. And when a Sagittarius starts to second guess or question themselves, see what I mean? Eight of Swords, it becomes, that's the problem. When a Sagittarius is questioning themselves, because you guys, I mean, let's be real. A Sagittarian, you guys know what you want. You know what you're going for. Your focus is there, right? But when you don't know what you want, or you don't know how it, there's certain things, right, that you can drive yourself crazy about. Eight of Swords on the Wheel of Fortune. The Eight of Swords is a self-imposed imprisonment of the mind. So you can second guess yourself into a prison of your own mind, basically, and make yourself think that whatever is supposed to be happening isn't going to happen because of this, 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 and this. Or you can take that blindfold off and realize there's actually a really big opening through those swords, and I'm not even tied very tightly in all of this anyways. So many thoughts. It's almost like you're trapped in your own mind. So many thoughts. 6 of Pentacles. And that's what happens when you start giving of your energy to so many other people and you're not balancing yourself out, right? Justice on the 6 of Pentacles. How perfect is that? It's almost like, because this is so interesting, because this is the balance and this is the balance, but in order to get to this justice balance, this hierarchy system over here needs to change. Like, and if you're even thinking slightly, I'm overextending myself, just slightly pull yourself back. Because that's your choice to overextend yourself or not to you know what I mean? It's like, if you're doing something to make somebody else feel better or feel more comfortable and it's at a detriment to you, that's the opposite of what we're doing. You see? So always make sure that in every single moment you do things with your integrity intact, where you're not having to question, am I just trying to make this person feel better about the situation, and so I'm going to compromise my point of view? We're not doing that. That is not cute. We're not doing that. So, and the universe is giving you some pretty big clues on the direction that you're supposed to be going in and all of the stuff that's happening right now. And if you have been procrastinating on getting anything done or creating pathways for anything at all, the universe is going to be giving you the signal on how to get some things accomplished. It's all intuitive. If you're not listening to your gut and you're sitting up here in your mind, this is what Mercury retrograde is going to do to you if you don't listen to your intuition, if you don't pay attention to divine timing, if you don't chill out. I hate it when people tell me to chill out. I've actually had to tell my partner not to tell me to chill out. Because it drives me crazy. I'm like, I'm not even worked up most of the time. So, Knight of Cups on Judgment. Whether that Knight of Cups is you offering to another person or another person offering to you, there's this nudge for you to, it's like this, like, it's like a feeling of you can proceed. That's what it feels like. It feels like there was a gate opening, or like the universe is like, okay, now you're ready. There you go. And it sort of just, that's what that Judgment card feels like to me, because it feels very free. It feels more like there's freedom and not so much this, right? It's more freedom and less swords, if you will. But you're not going to see it. If you don't balance out your energy, you're not going to see that moment that shifted the energy to create that opening and to create that kind of, you know. So, let's see, 6 of Cups. And the 6 of Cups can absolutely be somebody that you have a really close connection with and almost past lifetime sort of feelings, but it could also be you reminiscing on the past. So you're going to have to sit that and let it resonate where it's going to resonate for you. Bottom of the deck is the 7 of Cups. Oh, see the confusion? Man, how air energy can confuse some people and get them all sorts of worked up all over the place. Okay. Two of Wands. Oh, my back hurts all of a sudden. 2 of Wands on the 6 of Cups. So there's a decision that needs to be made. And maybe that's where this swords is coming from. See, this is the thing, is the energy is going to shift whether you're up in your head or not. Like, things are going to happen around you whether you're up in your head or not. It's up to you to see the thing shifting. It's up to you to see the door opening. It's up to you to see how that's all going to play out instead of trying to create the restriction. You get it? You understand that? So, but the thing is down here, you're like, I mean, you can sit in that pondering mode at that crossroads, holding the world in your hand, or you can go out into the world and not really be like, okay, well, I could either go this direction, or I could go out in the world this way, or I could go out in the world this way. And if you're going back into your past to figure out that answer to your question, that's going to defeat the purpose of looking into the future. We don't want to look into the past. We don't want to reminisce. We don't want to make decisions based on things that have already happened. We want to make decisions based on what's happening right now and the future forward momentum of that. So whatever it is that's stopping you from creating that momentum on moving forward, whether it's a fear, whether it is a wound from the past that you're still kind of holding on to and you don't really necessarily know how to release in this moment, and so you need to just sit with it and deal with it, or whether it's, you were hurt so poorly that now you're afraid to even make choices. Whatever it is that's creating that blockage on moving you forward, that is instantly the thing that needs to happen with the Ace of Cups and the self-care. And really, really allowing yourself to see the root of that. Because, like I said earlier, what happens when you fill your cup completely and then you're a whole individual and you're ready for that person to show up for you and be there for you. They show up with the whole cup too, because that's the mirror image. So then we have the Two of Cups here with the Ace of Cups. We also have the King of Cups. So there's definitely this softening of energy. It could be a water sign too, but even if it's not a water sign, even if it's somebody who's just, intuitive or whatever, right? But it's a softer, more vulnerable, and that's what I feel like might even be happening with you, is there's a softer, more vulnerable aspect that's coming out. But that's what this Mercury retrograde is here for. It's here to show us the shit that we refuse to pay attention to in the light of day. This is a really, really dark, really, really triggering, really, really judgmental and painful Mercury retrograde. And the more we accept what it's trying to show us and feel that self-care and open ourselves up to what the revelation, like that really big revelation is, right? And opening ourselves up to that, that's gonna take care of those questions. That's gonna take care of that, like, not being able to see the forest through the trees feeling. That's gonna take care of all of this confusion that's going on, right? And then you'll sort of feel a little bit more sense of control. And then, stepping into your power. Wow. See what happens when you pay attention to the wounds and you pay attention to how you're blocking yourself. Like, what are you afraid of, Sag? What is this fear that's holding you back? What is that? You're afraid of getting hurt? You're afraid of somebody doing something that somebody did to you in the past? That's where we got to let it go. And then once you recognize that you don't have to be confused, the universe has given you an opening and you don't have to be confused, you sort of find your power again. So it'll probably be after Mercury goes direct on the 20th, to be honest. Honest, and that's not even that far away. It's only like a week away. We're like right in the middle of the retrograde, and then it goes direct. I mean, Pisces season is a week and a half, like a week and 3 days away. So it's not too far off. Okay. You're almost there, 10 of Wands, right? The 10 of Wands, and don't have expectations, the 10 of Swords, but there's definitely a cycle coming to an end, and there's something new that's coming in. So interesting reading. I mean, it makes sense, but interesting reading. I love you guys. I hope that you're having a really wonderful February. I do have some time, also some appointments, some 30-minute live tarot readings, personal tarot readings available, 20% off using the code Fearless20 on my website, fearlessintuition.net. Just click book a session or go check out the merchandise. I love you guys. Have a great February. Bye.